What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all know who it is. It's Jay, aka the Moderate Texan. You're on the Moderate Texan podcast. Welcome in, everybody. Tonight, it's a chill stream, y'all. What's up, Alphas? Good to see you, my guy. Jerry, my man. Shout out to you in SA, bruh. How you doing? It's a chill night, y'all. It's a chill night for me. One, it's chilly outside. It is cold, y'all. It's 24 degrees. I'm a Texan. I ain't trying to deal with super cold weather like this. To me, 60 degrees is where it's real cold, and I ain't trying to deal with that. Y'all know how it is, though. Making sure I'm not muted. So, as always, if y'all need something to pray for, put that junk in the chat. Drop that in the comment. DM me on Twitter. If you got my number, text me, call me, whatever you need to do. I'm here for y'all for that. Today's gonna be, like I said, real light. I'm gonna take questions. I didn't really watch the film. I watched the game, though. Probably the best game the Texans have played as a whole this season. Better than the Cowboys game. They just kind of took it to the Chiefs and still lost in the end in overtime due to a stupid mistake by Davis Mills. But hey, it is what it is. This number one pick season, y'all. It's just how it goes. If you want to get in contact with me, like I said below, if you check the description below, you will see all my information as well as other people who've been on the podcast. That would be Ryan's information, Matt's information, as well as Jordan's information and YouTube. This Jordan, your Texans thoughts, that is below as well. There are a couple of things I'm going to talk about today. Number one, the World Cup ended. It just ended, and I'm already missing my favorite sport. The sport I played for so long. I'm missing it. I've got withdrawals, y'all. I need it. I need it back. I cannot wait until it's here in America, until it's here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. I've heard that it's supposed to be played in both Dallas and in Houston. And being a Texans season ticket holder, you know I'm gonna be in Houston. I'm gonna drop into NRG Stadium. We're gonna have a good time because we're here for a good time, not a long time. Favorite soccer team. Ooh, that's a tough one. What league? Are you talking about, like BPL? Are you talking about just Europa in general? MLS? None in the MLS. Mexico? That North American World Cup is... Hey, US, Canada, and Mexico made it this time, so next time they'll all be in it automatically. That's just how it is. If we're talking favorite world team, I go for the U.S., obviously, because I'm from the U.S. and I want to see them do well. This is a tough one. I've always been a fan of Arsenal, mainly because of Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry when he was there, French soccer player, great player. He's actually who I tried to model my game off of, and then I realized I wasn't long and lanky. I'm too short for that. So I tried to really model my game off of Zinedine Zidane, who played for Real Madrid. I'm not a fan of Real Madrid or who played for Real Madrid. It's a Frenchman, two of my favorite players of all time. My favorite team from the Spanish league is Barcelona. FC Barcelona is probably my favorite team. I do have a favorite team in the North America area. My favorite team is Club Deportivo de Guadalajara. That is Los Chivas. That's my favorite team. Love Chivas. I don't know why. Favorite player on that team was Bofo. For those of y'all who watch the Mexican Football League or Liga Mexica, Liga MX, I think is what it's called. And then German Bundesliga, I am pretty big on Bayern Munich and Bayern Leverkusen. Like both of those teams. They're two of my favorites as well. I followed Manchester United for a bit and then kind of fell off of that train. Manchester is just it's It's like watching the Warriors. They have all the money. Can't follow that. And then when we get to like the World Cup stuff, I always follow the U.S. My favorite color is orange. Yes, Mbappe is the real deal. The French have some really good players. Just most of them are from Africa. I'm a big fan of the Dutch. My favorite color is orange, so I'm a huge fan of the Dutch. I just love how they play. I love how precise they are and how much fun they have. I kind of liked Belgium over the last 2 World Cups, but Belgium was they were a flash in the pan. Obviously, you guys, I like the United States. I do like any African country that makes it. I believe the Africans it's an untapped potential there. A lot of those players from Africa get sniped by bigger countries. They get taken out of those countries and out of their pool of play because they want to actually compete for a World Cup. So it's very rare that you see a legitimate African player who's really good and also plays in the BPL or anywhere else, that you see them playing for their African country. A lot of times they go play for France. Paul Pogba, Kylian Mbappe, like half the French team in general. One of the brothers who used to one played for Ghana and the other one played for Germany. I can't think of their last names right now, but that's another group, right? There's a lot of players that are from Africa who do not play for Africa, whatever team or whatever country they're from. Argentina is good. I'm just like, they're always a favorite. I'm not a big fan of the favorites. I'm a huge underdog fan, probably why I'm a fan of the Texans. So I'm a Messi fan. I think, and I'll get into this conversation real quick after this, but I am huge, and I'm a huge fan of Messi, and I believe that Messi is the better player between him and Cristiano Ronaldo. Not just now, but just period. He's the better player. Yes, the Boatengs. Kevin Boateng and Prince Boateng. Both of those dudes were fantastic. And one played for Germany and the other one played for Ghana. They were excellent players, but hey, and that actually is happening here in America as well. We had a player here that was really, really good, and could have been as good as or better than Christian Pulisic. But instead of playing for the United States, he decided to play for Mexico. So, because he had that opportunity, he chose. And Mexico has got a much better chance than the United States in most cases of playing for a World Cup championship. So yeah, one decided to play for Ghana for country, and the other one decided to like appease his dad, and the other one was like, I want the chip, and he won one. So it is what it is on that. I used to follow Italy as well. That was another team I followed. I loved Italy's defense, but Italy is very much like France in the world, and how they take a lot of people from African nations who have the opportunity to play for either an African country or Italy, and they choose to play for Italy because Italy is most likely going to make it to the World Cup. That did not happen this year, so oh well. Yeah, I'm a huge World Cup fan. I used to go for Italy. That was a long time ago, though. A very long time ago. Back when they had Andre Pirlo. That was a long time ago, though. So that was like 15 years ago, back when I played. It's another team I follow real close. I follow, of the South American teams, I think Brazil is kind of overrated. I think they're just really good because they have beaches to play on, and other countries like America does as well, but we don't play beach soccer like that. So I think getting to see countries like Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland, getting to see them play and not be a part of Great Britain like they are in the Olympics. That's what I want to see. I want to see those smaller countries play and get in on it. Something about Japan and Korea always gets my attention. They play so like rigid and like perfect, but it's just never good enough for those teams that play like legitimate fluid games, and they get exposed often. They're really good, they just get exposed for anybody who can break down rigid teams, which is anybody in the top 20 usually. It was fun watching this World Cup. I really enjoyed it. I thought the US should have probably gone 2-1 or 2-0-1 in the round robin play, and then they probably had they been able to score and been more aggressive, I think they could have gotten past the Netherlands and been the next Morocco. And then Morocco was the team I really followed this year. I was sad that they didn't make it further. Croatia was the team I followed the last World Cup. I really enjoyed Croatia's play. And, of course, the Netherlands all the time. So those are my favorite teams. I know I gave you guys a lot of teams that I follow. But I enjoy watching all of those teams. They're really, really fun to watch to me. Iran was really a fun team to watch as well. They shocked a lot of people with how good they actually were. And I don't think people realize how good that Group B was. England, number 5 in the world, the US, Iran, Wales, all of those teams are in the top 20. That's the group of death right there, y'all. That's crazy. It's insane. Yeah, so let's get on to this topic here, because like I said, I wanted to talk about Argentina a bit. Where do you guys think that the legacy of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo with the legacy between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, who's better? In my opinion, the reason I say Messi, and I'll give you the reasons here in a second why I say Messi is better. I'm not a fan of Ronaldo because Ronaldo, the way I kind of look at it is AJ Brown. And if you're, for those who don't follow soccer, it's AJ Brown and DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins physically is a legit receiver, right? 6'3", 6'4", big hands, super athletic, first-round draft pick, right? He's got everything you want in a receiver. This guy is the prototypical dominant number 1 receiver. And then you have Antonio Brown, who, AB, who is fantastic and probably was the best receiver. He's the best receiver in football for a while, or was the best receiver in football until he went crazy, right? But the reality is he was not all the stuff you wanted in a number 1 receiver. That's kind of how you look at Messi versus Ronaldo. Ronaldo's like 6 foot. He's got the big build. He's muscular. He's like super strong. He could do everything that you ask of him. He's like the golden boy. But Messi was too small. He was not big enough muscular wise. He was not fast enough. He was going to get bodied. And all he's done has been the best player in the world. His work ethic is unmatched. Oh, and by the way, he also gets his teammates involved in ways that we've never seen before. Ronaldo can do it as well, but Cristiano Ronaldo, I can't do it with Ronaldo. Not saying I don't like watching him play. I do like watching Cristiano Ronaldo play. I just think he requires the ball to win. If he doesn't have the ball, and he's on the field, the team is going to struggle because he's essentially going to take you a man down if he's not getting the ball. He's not going to defend like Messi does. He's not going to track back and do all the stuff that Messi does. He's just, yeah. I could see that. I think I mean, I don't know the way he kind of talks and the way he kind of shows emotion. He's just not like if you look at him and all the pictures, he's not very emotional. Like he doesn't show a lot of emotion. He doesn't. He's not real like he's like stoic all the time. But I don't know, man. I don't know if somebody said that rumor, if Messi said it. I don't know where that came from, but I could see it. But to me, Messi is just a savant. He's just better. He's able to do everything on the field, offensively, defensively. When he doesn't have the ball, when he has it, he's able to make the defense come to him, which is what Ronaldo does as well. And I know I was talking with my dad about this, particularly in the World Cup, which when he was mentioning that Portugal was dumb for not playing Ronaldo from the jump when they lost. But here's the reality of that situation. Portugal played better when Ronaldo came off the bench for a short time. Like they were playing better when he wasn't starting. And that was because it allowed them to move the ball. Now, I know people are going to be like, that's not true. That's terrible. It's a terrible take. But remember, when they pulled him out of that game and then didn't start him the next game, they were the better team. Like they were a much better looking team, much more free looking team because you didn't have Ronaldo out there taking the show to everybody. If you did that with Messi and Argentina, Argentina gets wrecked. They get destroyed. Can't do that. Can't do that with Messi. Messi, he's just brings something else to the game that no one else brings. So in my opinion, of the two players, if I have to choose between Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo as the best player ever, as the GOAT, I'm taking Pele. No, I am taking Pele. But if you're gonna take me as the next GOAT, the current GOAT, I'm taking Lionel Messi. And for now's generation, the best player of this generation is gotta be Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe, I will say this, Mbappe was a player that I thought last World Cup was just gonna kind of fizzle out. Man used his speed. He got great with his legs. He learned to possess the ball and actually be able to score over the last 4 years, and not just be just a quick, man that can dribble really fast and run really fast and then push the ball, 10 yards in front of him and then, score because he's just outran everybody. He actually became a creator, a defender, and he became the full package. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see out of a player. So yeah, I think that's all I could talk about with the Juego Bonito, the greatest game in the world, in my opinion. It is the most popular game in the world, and it is the real football, no matter what anybody wants to say. Next topic, I do want to talk a bit about the Texans. I want to talk a bit about Jalen Petrie. Jalen Petrie, I know everybody in this chat, which is Alpha and Jerry here. I don't know if anybody else is in yet, but I know that Jalen Petrie was kind of getting dogged on up until 3 or 4 games ago. He wasn't playing well. Not saying he was playing badly, he just wasn't playing well. And now he's playing phenomenal. Every time he's on the field, he's the best safety out there. He's blowing people up. He's reading plays well. He's cutting stuff off. He's just coming into his own. It's like he hit that rookie wall, and then he's finally kind of taking it to the next level, and the game's starting to slow down for him. I'm excited to see what happens with him and Stingley next year. If we draft another safety and draft another corner, or Keaton Nelson and King and Tavier Thomas, because they've been playing extremely well as well, I think that secondary becomes lockdown. And you're looking at a great looking secondary that you can build around. And all you got to do now is get that front seven, which is why it's really important to get that defensive end, the defensive lineman. And I think you need a new middle linebacker, obviously, to go with Christian Harris. Although I think Cashman should be in there, probably on the outside as well. I think a Henry To'oTo'o would probably be another good pick. But Petrie has really shown that he can move down to that star position, that fifth linebacker, that in between safety and linebacker role, and he can lay the wood and he can do some damage. He's been one of our best players. I think he probably deserved a little bit of a Pro Bowl bid, but it is what it is. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen for year two. Good. Let's give a shout out real quick to Laramie Tunsil, Pro Bowl starter, left tackle for the Texans. The alternates, I believe, are Damian Pierce, Cam Johnson, and Kaimi Fairbairn. They absolutely deserve it. I do think Titus probably could have slipped in there as well. Our tackles were both in the top 30 in the league, so they were both legitimate tackles. Yeah, they definitely deserved it. And Pierce probably deserved a Pro Bowl nod as well, not just as an alternate, but as a player. I think he'll probably. I doubt he plays because he's injured, but we'll see. He might play because he wants to get up in there. Let's talk about one other thing. Let's talk about how awesome Riverboat Ron is, coach of the Washington Commanders, delivering the news to his players who were Pro Bowlers this year. That teared me up a bit. That is how you lead men, and that's why people want Riverboat Ron as their head coach. Dude's a good guy. He has players that want to play for him. He was willing to stand up for him. Yeah, he can be heavy-handed on some of them, but it is what it is. He's a great coach. Great coach. I did want to talk a little bit about this whole Colorado Deion Sanders thing. I have been seeing people who are still upset that Deion Sanders is leaving Jackson State University. Now, I'm not going to say that I wish he did leave, right? That I'm happy for him. I am happy for him, actually. I'm happy that he's getting a better opportunity. But I am sad that he's leaving Jackson State University and not staying there because of what he was doing. I think I talked about this before already. We've had this discussion. But I really want this conversation of he's turning his back on black people and he's not giving us what he sold. That needs to die, right? That whole situation needs to die. Because in reality, like, the man can only take so much. He put his own money up to help the school. They didn't pay him back. They were taking money out of his pocket, right? They were saying, "Oh, we'll pay you $1 million more, but you out of that salary, you got to pay your coaches." It's just, I'm gonna say this directly into the camera: black community, you got to do better. And that's all I got to say about that. For those of you who've just joined and joined late, this is going to be just a chill stream. I'm not really going to go over film today. There's a lot of stuff going on, as you guys can see right here. I got this band going on. I'm about to get my gallbladder taken out. That'll be Tuesday next week. So there probably won't be a video next week, as I will be in recovery for that. If there is, it'll be another short one, and I might just go over a little bit of film, not too much. I think this week we play the Jets. Somebody in the chat can let me know. I think we do play the Jets next on Sunday. I want to see what happens in this game, because if Chris Moore, which I doubt will happen, or Philip Dorsett, or anybody manhandles and just beats down Sauce Gardner, what does that mean? Right? Unless Sauce isn't playing for whatever reason. What does that mean? What if we throw the ball all over the Jets and just pick them apart? What will that mean? Well, what conversation will that bring up? I'm here for that chaos. We'll figure out what's going on there. But I do think that we need to stop talking about Sauce versus Stingley. They're different. Stingley covers the number one all the time. Sauce stays on the side of the field, or he kind of swaps. They just play different defenses. They're not playing. One is playing to their strength, and the other one isn't. It's just they're both playing good football. Stingley's not playing right now because overabundance of safety, and I agree. The number 3 pick, man. If it was Sauce and he was hurting, and pulled his hamstring, I would hope the Jets would shut him down for the year, and protect him because of how good he's playing. Like I don't want to have him tear his hamstring and then be out a whole 2 years because he sawed it in half trying to come back out there and play. You want the guy to come back. He's a great player. Quarterback talk. In the chat, who do y'all want? Who do y'all want? I know everybody's probably going to say Bryce Young, but who do y'all want next quarterback for the Houston Texans? Do y'all want Bryce, CJ, AR-15, Levis, someone else I'm not thinking about, Caleb Williams, wait a bunch of years and grab either Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning, right? Who are we going for? What are we looking for at quarterback here? Answer that question. Who do y'all want? What do y'all want? I could tell you I'd be okay with Bryce, but I have this feeling, I don't know what it is. I have this feeling that we're probably going to elevate Lovey, so we don't fire him, right, to some coach, or something kind of like Romeo Crennel was, like Rack was when he was here. And then we're going, which was what we should have done with Cully in general, actually. In reality, we should have just elevated him because he was pretty good at instilling a decent culture. I think the players played for him as well as they could have played for him. But I think we go after DeMeco Ryans. And if we go after DeMeco, I just have this feeling it's DeMeco and CJ. Not saying that's what I want, but I just have this feeling it'll be DeMeco Ryans and CJ Stroud in Houston next year. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, if I'm crazy, if I'm going all off the wall. Not saying I have sources. I have a feeling that's what we're going to see. So it is what it is. And if it's not CJ, I have a feeling it'll be AR-15 or I think Bryce will be the third choice. I think it'll be between CJ and actually I think Bryce is second. I think he's over AR just because of what he can do right now. But I think in terms of size, Nick would prefer that. Nick Caserio, Casserole himself, would prefer to have CJ. That's just me. That's just my thoughts. But I am no Nostradamus. It's just kind of my thoughts. What do you guys got for me? Any questions? Anything you guys want me to cover or talk about? I know we had a real good discussion about soccer earlier. For those who are just joining us, we talked about soccer, my favorite teams. I have a lot of them. I think Messi is the better player. I'm going to the World Cup when it's here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. I'm probably going to go to both Dallas and Houston because I'm in Texas and I can do that, and I'm saving for it. It's just, it is what it is. I didn't get to go in '96 when it was here last time in Atlanta, or here in the United States the last time. I'm in a place where I'm gonna go. I need to see that. I need to be there. Let's talk about a subject that I like to talk about a little bit. As y'all know, I'm a software engineer, work at USA. Have a real fun time doing that. But what I will say is, if anybody wants to jump into the software engineering industry, they want to be a code monkey or whatever you want to call it, right? They just sit down and code and be really cool. Or think that they're the hacker man from that movie Hackers. If you get that reference, you know how bad that movie was. If you want to be in that position where you can feel like, oh, I know, like I'm getting in this field, let me know. Talk with me. Put that in the chat, DM me, whatever. Hit me up on Discord. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to mentor you. I'm willing to let you know, hey, yo, this is how you get into this industry. Willing to help you out as much as possible. Yeah, I think I've kind of hit on my points. Chill stream today. It's like I said, it's cold outside. My dog's water bowl outside is already frozen over. My phone, my work phone here, which is part of the reason I'm cutting things short today because I am on call for work, is telling me that it is 25 degrees outside where I'm at. It is cold. The dog bowl is already frozen over. It's windy. It's crazy out here, y'all. It's insane. But yeah, that's all I've got. I ain't got nothing else unless you guys have additional questions for me. I did want to let y'all know I got Madden on PS5. I'm not good at Madden, but if you want to play me, hit me up. I'm in the Texans Thoughts Discord. You can try and find me on Discord. My name there is Dex Raven. I'll put it in the description as well. It is Dex Raven #7235. Dex Raven #7235. It's me. Hit me up. If you want to play Madden, we can jump in there, and then I think I have it on PC as well. So if you want to play there, I am trying to download Call of Duty again so I can play my boy Alpha. I'm not gonna just jump into it because this man is at practice, so I'm gonna get a little bit of practice rounds in because it's been years since I played a Call of Duty. 2019 was the last time, so I'm gonna get in, play some hardcore, get good again, learn the maps, and then we're gonna play. Because I'm not playing you cold turkey like that. That ain't, nah, fam. That ain't gonna work. We'll play it online too, so people can see. We'll stream it. We'll co-stream it, probably on his channel and me on mine. See how it works. If there's anything y'all want me to talk about, let me know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the, in the comments down below. Hit me up on Twitter. You know how it is, y'all. We're getting close. We're winding down. The year is almost up. I am gonna make a quick bit of information. I am gonna be making a rib roast, what's grass fed, but it's technically prime. It is what it is. It is the ribeye roast is what I'm gonna be making. I'm gonna smoke that. Got 6 bones. I didn't get the full 7 because it's like 14 pounds of meat. That's a lot. That's a lot of meat. It's a full brisket. That's too much. Can't be dealing with that. I'll be doing that for New Year's, so keep a lookout on my Twitter, a lookout in Discord for those of y'all who are in the Texans Thoughts channel. Keep a lookout there. I am going to be posting the pictures of how that turned out there, so y'all better be watching. Y'all better be watching. With that, y'all know how it went. It was a dark day. It's dark outside right now. It's cold. It's dark. It's windy. But yo, we looked into that darkness. We found just a little bit of light. We talked good soccer. Good conversation today. Thanks everybody for coming through. We all met in the middle. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who I am. I am Jay, the moderate Texan. Like us below. Just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to follow if you want notifications whenever I post. I'll see y'all next week, probably for a little bit, maybe even the week after. I'll post on Twitter. I'll let you know. Y'all know how it is. Much love to all y'all. We out, folks.